With the arrival of the Cincinnati Bengals training camp, also comes the opportunity to grab a few free souvenirs in the form of autographs. Attaining a few autographs at a training camp session is a lot of fun. It can really make the most out of your Bengals training camp experience. So here are a few tips to help you get the most autographs at a Bengals training camp session. First, try to get there early. Admission to a training camp session usually starts 30 minutes before the practice actually starts. So if you get there within that 30-minute time frame, then you should be able to scope out a good spot to sit and not only watch the practice, but also get some good autographs once the practice is over. 2. Bring something to get signed. This can be anything you have related to the Bengals, like a jersey, a poster, a football, a hat. Anything you have related to the Bengals would make an excellent item to get autographed by one of the players. Also, if you bring something, you won't have to buy anything at the pro shop, and the items in the pro shop tend to be a little expensive. Personally, I usually bring a football with me when I go to training camp. They are big and allow for multiple signatures on one item. Also, you can get a display case for it, and it makes a very nice piece of sports memorabilia for your fan cave. Number 3. Bring something to write with. Ideally, having a Sharpie with you is the best option, as it shows up the best on any object you want signed. Also, not every player usually carries something to write with them, so in case they don't have anything to write with, you can supply them with a writing utensil so they can autograph your item. And make sure you bring more than one writing tool, as you may lose one, a player might keep it to sign more autographs, or the one you have might run out of ink. So, best prepare by having multiple writing items with you. Number 4. Be prepared to move around the practice field. If you stand in one spot and think that you'll get every single player's autograph, then you are dead wrong and need to rethink your autograph attainment strategy. Once practice is over, players usually scatter around to certain parts of the field. So what you need to do is try and cover as many parts of this field as possible. What I usually do is go to the area with the player whose autograph I want the most. Once I get their autograph, I head over to the next closest player and repeat the process. Getting the most autographs in training camp is tough and tiring, but it's well worth it. So if you want a lot of autographs, prepare to run around the field. Number 5. Stretch. Chances are you're going to be squashed amongst a group of people all surrounding one player. If this happens, hold on to your item for dear life and stretch your arm out toward that player. You might be squashed, but your item will be in the player's line of sight, allowing you to have a better chance of getting it autographed. Number 6. Use your voice. If you are just too far away from a player to get their autograph, use your voice and call for their attention. Scream at them, yell at them, do whatever you have to do in order for them to notice you. If they notice you, they may motion for you to throw your item to them so they can sign it and then toss it back to you. This happened to me last year as I was attempting to get Andrew Whitworth's autograph. I was too far away from him, so I shouted his name multiple times until he finally looked at me. He motioned for me to throw my football toward him, so I threw it, he signed it, and he tossed it back. Number 7. Stay to the end. While most players will leave the field in one big pack once the coaches tell them to leave the field, some players will stay and sign autographs even when most of the team has already headed to the locker room. What this means is that it's very beneficial for you to stay till the end, as you'll be able to get a few extra autographs from players who like to stay around and interact with the fans. Hopefully these tips will help you get a lot of autographs at training camp. I recommend personally going to the family day events, as every player is required to sign autographs once practice ends. Last year these events happened on a Thursday, so the crowd wasn't too bad. But with the family events happening on Saturdays this year, it might be crowded and harder to get autographs. So, in the end, I recommend you go to training camp and at least try to get one player's autograph. It really makes the most out of your training camp experience and lets you know that you really care and root for the Cincinnati Bengals.